Hello everyone, my name is Pascalis Dioronov Baguna, and today I'm going to talk and explain about PT Jarum and also analyze the internal environment. Let me start with a quick overview of PT Jarum. So PT Jarum is one of the largest cigarette company in Indonesia, alongside with PT Gudang Garam and Bentol. PT Jarum is the parent of the Jarum Group, which oversees many businesses. Jarum Group also has several other business units, as you already know, like BCA, Polytron, Ticket.com, Kopi Tubruk Gajah, and other business units that I cannot mention all. For now, I'm going to talk about its cigarette products. A cigarette's product consists of two brands, big brands and small brands. Big brands, as probably you know, such as Jarum Super, LA Bold, LA Lights, LA Menthol, Jarum 76, and other products that associate with Jarums. Jarum has also small brand. This small brand function to compete with other small cigarette brands in Indonesia. Before we start making the IFE metrics, we have to find the strength and weaknesses by using the SWOT analysis. Since our topic is internal environment and we use IFE metrics, in IFE metrics we only need two factors, which is strengths and weaknesses. As I searched from many sources on the internet, I found several journals which already explained and study of the strength and weaknesses of PT Jarum, and I will give you the references after this video. So PT Jarum, according to the paper, it has 7 strengths and 4 weaknesses. Let me break down the 7 strengths first. And now, I'll jump to the IFE metrics. For my convenience, I will explain the IFE metrics in Bahasa Indonesia. So, the first strength is an effective marketing mix strategy for PT Jarum's product by promote through electronic media such as television and become one of the sponsor of the events, so that every audience, by seeing the event, will definitely recognize the product from PT Jarum. And the second strength is PT Jarum is aggressive in its CSR mission, which is one of the programs owned by PT Jarum to serve the country and society in order to create prosperous human resources. And the third strength is to become the market leader of the largest cigarette company in Indonesia. PT Jarum have a hope that will be a guide to become the greatest in value of sales and profits in the Indonesian cigarette industries. The fourth strength is PT Jarum have a team of dedicated, skilled and motivated people from all ranks who want to continue to learn and grow. The fifth strength is good planning and close cooperation with suppliers, consumers and distributors to deliver products from factories to points of sale so that targeted and efficient. And the sixth strength is PT Jarum always innovates so that its products are not outdated and produce products that always give color to smoker. And the seventh strength is PT Jarum already has distributors in Indonesia to make it easier when distribution of goods or products into the hands of consumers. PT Jarum has 4 weaknesses. The first weakness is PT Jarum's products decline due to the high cost of cigarette exercise. The second weakness is the cost to buy raw materials for tobacco is also expensive because there is an excise duty. The third weakness is WHO knows so that cigarette smoke in the world is eliminated and companies are hit its impact. The fourth weakness is the competitors of PT Jarum's products are not only from within the country, but also from abroad with very low tar and nicotine content. Nah, jadi ini adalah tabel IFE matrix. Seperti yang kita lihat, di sini terdapat 4 baris, yaitu key internal factors, weight, rating, and weight and score. Jadi, apa itu key internal factors? Key internal factors ini adalah faktor kunci internal yang kita dapat dari analisa SWOT. Karena yang kita analisa ini adalah lingkungan internal, jadi kita menggunakan IFA. IFA itu hanya butuh strength and weaknesses. Jadi bisa kita lihat di sini effective marketing, dan di bawahnya itu adalah faktor-faktor yang sudah saya jelaskan tadi. Jadi lalu apa itu bobot? Bobot ini didapat dari hasil analisa tersendiri. Namun semenjak saya mendapatkan hasil SWOT analysis dan strength-nya ini sudah diolah dari penelitian sebelumnya. Jadi saya hanya menginput data bobot di sini. Nah, setiap faktor-faktor disebut dari strength dan weaknesses mempunyai bobot yang berbeda, namun hasil total dari strength and weaknesses ini bobotnya itu harus sama dengan 1. Lalu kita lanjut ke rating atau nilai. Rating ini subjektif, jadi bisa kita pilih sendiri berdasarkan tingkatnya. Lalu di rating di sini range-nya dimulai dari 1 dan sampai 4. 4 berarti sangat kuat, 3 kuat, 2 minor, dan 1 sangat minor. Rating di sini di bagian strength ini hanya boleh diisi oleh rating 3 sampai 4. Dan di weaknesses hanya boleh diisi oleh rating 2 dan 1 dan 2 saja. 1 sampai 2 saja. Lalu weighted score ini adalah skor yang kita dapat dari hasil kali bobot dan rating. Bisa kita lihat di sini bobot yang pertama, salah satu contohnya, yaitu dari strength, effective marketing mix strategy for PT Jarum's product. Jadi di sini bobotnya ada 0,15. Di sini ratingnya 4, lalu kita kalikan 0,15 dan 4-nya. Lalu dapatlah hasilnya 0,6. Begitu seterusnya. Hal yang sama berlaku juga dengan di faktor weaknesses. Hanya bedanya dia hanya boleh nilainya hanya boleh diisi oleh range 1 sampai 2 saja. Nah, setelah itu kita totalkan hasil dari weighted score tersebut. Dan perlu kita ketahui bahwa angka rata-rata dari IFM matrix yaitu 2,5. Jika sebuah perusahaan memiliki IFM total nilai IFE yang kurang dari 2,5, berarti kinerja perusahaan tersebut itu masih belum dianggap layak atau masih kurang, perlu pembaruan dan inovasi. Lalu jika sebuah perusahaan lebih dari 2,5, tandanya perusahaan tersebut bekerja dengan baik dan dapat bersaing dengan para kompetitornya. Dan hasil dari weighted score-nya PT Jarum ini yaitu 2,75. Bisa kita simpulkan bahwa PT Jarum kinerjanya sangat baik dan ia dapat bersaing dengan para kompetitornya. Thank you for your attention and thank you for watching this video. My name is Pascalis Dioronov Baguna and goodbye.